Over 1 billion people today identify as Hindus, making Hinduism the third largest religion in the world. But what many don't realize is that Hinduism is not a single, rigid belief system. It's a diverse and flexible spiritual tradition built on 6 classical schools of philosophy called Darshanas. These aren't just theories for scholars, they're powerful paths for seekers. Whether you're trying to understand the nature of reality, the mind, or liberation itself, these ancient systems hold keys that are just as relevant today as they were 2000 years ago. We begin with Nyaya, the school of logic and reasoning. Established by the sage Gautama, Nyaya emphasizes that liberation begins with correct knowledge. It laid the foundation for Indian logic and analytical thinking. Rather than taking teachings on faith alone, Nyaya encourages testing through observation, inference, and debate. For anyone who values critical thinking in spirituality, Nyaya is a breath of fresh air. It says, truth must be discovered, not dictated. Knowledge is not just mental, it's the doorway to freedom. Closely aligned with Nyaya is Vaisheshika, founded by the sage Kannada. This school dives into metaphysics and categorizes the elements of existence. It introduced a remarkable idea centuries before modern science, that the universe is composed of indivisible atoms called Anu. Vaisheshika speaks of 6 categories of reality, from substance and quality to motion and time. It approaches liberation by analyzing the structure of reality itself, showing how knowledge of the material world can lead to spiritual insight. Then comes Samkhya, one of the oldest philosophical systems in India. Credited to the sage Kapila, Samkhya proposes a dualistic reality: Purusha, the eternal consciousness, and Prakriti, the material world. Everything we experience, from joy to suffering, is born of their interplay. Samkhya is unique because it doesn't rely on God or rituals. It offers a clear, rational method for understanding the self. Liberation happens when we stop identifying with the fluctuations of Prakriti and awaken to our true nature as Purusha, the silent witness. From the philosophy of Samkhya comes the practical path of yoga. Most people today think of yoga as exercise, but the original Yoga Darshana, compiled by the sage Patanjali, is a full system for inner transformation. It outlines the 8 limbs, beginning with ethical principles like yam and niyama, moving through postures and breathwork, and ending in deep meditation and samadhi. Yoga accepts the Purusha Prakriti framework of Samkhya, but it gives us tools to transcend the mind and rest in the stillness of the soul. Next is Purva Mimamsa, sometimes just called Mimamsa, founded by Jamini. This school focuses on dharma, ritual action, and the proper interpretation of the Vedas. While it may seem focused on external rituals, Mimamsa reveals a deep truth that our actions, especially when performed with intention and precision, shape our inner and outer realities. It sees the universe as orderly and governed by the power of sacred sound. Mimamsa gave rise to detailed rules of Vedic rituals and helped preserve the Vedic tradition itself. Finally, we arrive at Vedanta, the most widely known and spiritually profound of the 6 darshanas. Vedanta literally means the end of knowledge, and it draws its authority from the Upanishads. Its central message is simple but transformative. You are not the body, not the mind. You are the infinite, the one, the Brahman. The most well-known Vedantic system is Advaita Vedanta, popularized by Adi Shankaracharya, which teaches that the individual soul, Atman, and the ultimate reality, Brahman, are one and the same. Other Vedantic branches, like Vishishtadvaita and Dvaita, offer devotional interpretations, but all lead toward union with the divine. Though distinct, these 6 schools are not at war with each other. They are like 6 windows into the same truth. Some focus on logic, others on ritual, some on analysis of matter, and others on pure awareness. Taken together, they offer one of the most complete spiritual toolkits ever developed. They represent the rich and diverse nature of Hindu thought, a tradition that makes space for reason, faith, action, and devotion to coexist. So, where do you begin? If you love debate and reasoning, Nyaya might speak to you. If you're drawn to meditation and self-discipline, yoga is your path. If you're searching for non-duality and oneness, Vedanta will likely resonate. Or maybe you want to understand the structure of the universe, that's Vaisheshika. Each darshana is a doorway, and none of them claim to be the only one. Hindu philosophy invites you to walk your own path with clarity, courage, and curiosity. If this journey through the six darshanas inspired you, don't let it stop here. Go deeper. Read the Upanishads. Practice silence. Ask the big questions. These aren't just ancient ideas, they're living traditions that can reshape how you see yourself and the world. Comment below. Which darshana speaks to you the most? Subscribe for more spiritual breakdowns and yogic wisdom. Share this video with a friend who's on the path. Because truth is not something we believe, it's something we realize. And in that realization is freedom.